Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. It always perseveres. Love never fails. Love always wins. If someone in your life, whether lover, whether family member or friend, does not protect you, trust, or hope, or persevere with you, does not get easily angered with you, is not overly proud with you, not boast around you, become easily angered, someone that's not always selfish and self-seeking, then they do not love you. If someone connected to you delights in evil, then they don't have love within, so they can't love you either. Friend, family member, lover, whomever. Remember what love is. Guys, I am QUAN, and this is Love of the Highest Vibration. Good morning, everybody. I just want to, I do my best to try to stay on schedule, but, of course, this is like my first 2 months here where I am. So I'm still getting situated. It's a lot of things I still am working on, before I'm really completely finished taking care of business, where I'm completely set up and situated. And things take a lot longer here to do. Like one thing could take all day, like, going to certain offices and departments and places to get things done. You could be in one place for the whole entire day, almost like the DMV. like the DMV in America, where back in the day, you could be in there for the entire day. So you just plan to take the day off. So nonetheless, I'm trying to keep with my schedule. I thank you for your patience. And speaking of love, I'm picking up on somebody's energy here. I'm picking up on, this could be a spiritual masculine energy I'm picking up on. And whoever this person I'm picking up on is, they are going through some kind of change in their life right now. And what I'm getting is age and maturity is causing some kind of blinders to fall off of their eyes, their spiritual eyes. And they're at an age right now, and men don't mature as fast as women do. But whoever I'm picking up on right now, they're at a point spiritually in their life where they're able to better identify and discern the difference between lust and love, which is not easy for a lot of men and women to do when they're younger, believe it or not. Even if we think we know the difference, sometimes we don't. A lot of young women that get in relationships very, very young, or married very young and have children young, we think we know what love is until we get older and our body changes after having a baby. And what we thought we recognized was love was actually us being objectified. And because we were younger, we couldn't see that. I wouldn't say so much the younger people of today, but the younger people, I would say, of yesterday that are older now. When you're younger and growing, both women and men, sometimes the lines of what love is can be blurred. Some people think love is only, some people don't know the difference between love and gratefulness, appreciation, meaning if a woman comes to another country and marries a man and brings all this money into his family, she may perceive that man as being in love with her, but she doesn't know the difference between gratitude and love, because love is most likely what he has for the women in his culture, most likely a younger woman that he might be in love with, that he has a real mental connection and heart connection with, but could not be with because, he needed opportunity to make money. But you think that he loves you because you don't know the difference between gratitude and genuine love. And that's where, because you're providing someone with money and opportunities for their family. And then vice versa, it's the same with men. Sometimes men, because they're in lust, and because a woman says and does and cooks for them and does all the things that they like, that they would expect a person that loves you to do, they don't understand. They're just meeting an expectation for you because you're financially providing, but they don't really love you. But they say, sure, they love me because they do X, Y, and Z. They answer my phone calls. They cook for me. They have sex with me when I want to. They do things for my birthday. They love my family. She even had a baby for me. That doesn't mean that she loves you. Sometimes men don't know what love is. And they think that gratitude is love, meaning you're doing something for somebody, and that means they love you. No, that means they're grateful for what you're doing for them. But you might not have the genuine mind. You might not have their mind and their heart, okay? You might not have their mind, heart, or their sexual energy. But a person will show up for you, okay? A person will show up for you when... Yes, thank you, Janet Judd. I realize that. Yes. Okay, am I back? Let me see if I'm back yet. Okay, yes, I am. Perfect. All right. If y'all hear a little echo, it's just me checking to make sure. And the easiest way to do that is to move my hands. Okay. So the point that I'm making here is there's somebody that has reached, I don't want to say a specific age, but they have reached a specific level spiritually at this point in their life and journey, where they're now able to discern the difference between lust and romantic love. Whoever I'm picking up on, this person, they are realizing love in the highest manifestation and at its highest level is where it's the most powerful. And when you have that type of love and that type of energy, it allows you to attract the things in your life that you want. You understand? Your manifestation ability is increased when you're in the highest vibration of love, whether it be with another person, a partner that's on the same vibration as you, or whether it just be by yourself, you're radiating this type of love. So it's romantic love. Now, in the past, up until even recently, whoever this person I'm picking up on, they might be some kind of a spiritual authority that could have misused and abused their spiritual ability or power. This could be a pastor, a reverend, a spiritualist, a practitioner, but I'm picking up on some kind of spiritual, this Garuda right here. This is some kind of hierophant spiritual authority type energy, okay, whatever they are. And the reason in the past they had a problem with romantic love is the relationships were based off of lust and they were transactional. And this is a person that was in connections with women that, because it was a transactional type of relationship, whereby he liked the fact that the women he dealt with did not challenge his growth, did not bring up his flaws to him, did not challenge him in any kind of a way. He preferred that they did not confront him about whatever his issues were that were mirrored to them. As long as he was lining their pockets with money or providing some form of stability, they never imposed any type of rules or restrictions or discipline upon this man. They let him do whatever he wanted to do. And he preferred that type of relationship, but that's not romantic love. But that way, he did not have to put any type of work in, which we call emotional labor. That's when you have to take accountability for how you show up to a person in a relationship and whether or not you're fully showing up for them and attentive and able to emotionally support them and not just financial, which means you have to answer for anything you do that's wrong. You have to answer for cheating and bringing somebody back some kind of bacteriolosis or something like that, for cheating or bringing them back something or being with other women or being disrespectful or just doing whatever, not acknowledging their feelings, emotions, not being there for their family or whatever the case may be, what have you. He preferred it that way because it gave him more freedom and it did not challenge his spiritual growth because he did not have to be held accountable because the women did not want to compromise the money that they were getting from him. You understand? But he's found that it has blocked his financial manifestations. And that's what got his attention to start this transformation. And unfortunately, in life, it has to be something that means something to you that God has to stop for you or block for you, for both men and women, whatever means the most to you, that's the thing that is going to be stunted, stopped, or blocked so that it'll give you an opportunity to look for the problem, look for what's causing the blockage. So if it's a man and money means everything to him, God is going to block, or his higher self in the lesson plan he came here for, his money is going to be blocked. And his money is going to be blocked to get his attention to figure out how to unblock it, to figure out what the problem is, okay? And in that seeking, trying to discover what's causing the blockage, you will run into a brick wall being stubborn a couple times until you finally get it. Oh, okay. Because even though these relationships I'm in are easy for me, and I don't have to do any inner work or self-reflection because the women are the way I like them. They don't talk back. They don't give me a hard time. I have a bunch of yes women around me, but that's stunting my spiritual growth which is keeping me at a lower frequency and a lower vibration. So it's been slowing down my money, and now it's stopped my money altogether because of that low vibration. I'm attracting low frequency opportunities, low frequency, low vibrational money. The money's coming slow. You understand? So whoever this person is, there are some karmic energies that right now they are rejecting. Okay, the nine of double vajras. This symbol is a symbol of, I believe, to restore belief, so that you can feel. It's supposed to empower you. The nine of double vajras. I read it to you all the other day, but here we go again. Okay, when Mara changed Gautama's right to attain enlightenment, Gautama responded by touching the ground with his fingertips, and his earth bore him witness. This is one of the most important images in Buddhism. Okay, it is the supreme act of optimism and trust. That's right, optimism and trust. So this person might have had the energy of optimism and trust that he might have projected on or offered to the people that he was consorting with in the past, the women. But he's withdrawing his optimism and trust from, I'm picking up a karmic woman or karmic women that he was involved with, because they have stopped him from spiritually growing by giving him whatever he wanted, doing whatever he asked, and letting him do whatever he wanted without questioning him and without mirroring to him the negative things about him. You can't have relationships where everybody is completely agreeable and agreed not to confront you when there are problems with your character in dealing with somebody just because they're paying the bills. Because when you do that, it blocks your spiritual growth. Okay, it stops you from being able to evolve, which is why the patriarch is coming down, because it has completely blocked off the development and the evolution of divine feminine energy in the majority of men, because of the dynamic of economic support and a lot of women not being able to challenge the husbands they've been with or were assigned to, because of economic support and the economic advantage. So they couldn't mirror their flaws or talk back or allow any room for growth emotionally or any other way. Okay? So the Five of Swords in the reverse here, there's some seer energy here. It looks like there's somebody here. This is another person that thought that they could spiritually attack you. This might be someone that was hired by one of the women that are resentful of this man spiritually growing and going on another path now. But this person can't recover right now. This person that tried to attack you, because whoever this person is, I'm picking up on that's going through this transformation right now, they are learning that you cannot force a woman into submission, that you can't get what you want from. You cannot force a woman into submission by trying to take away her ability to provide for herself, by forcing a punishment on her, trying to harm and hurt or block. This is a man that believed at one point, to get what you want from a woman that was being resistant to you, you are going to have to take it by force. And it reminds me of a children's book and a children's story. I'm going to give you the short version. And it was a story about the elements. It's like a kindergarten book. The sun and the wind, or was it the sun and the moon? They were having a competition and a conversation with each other. And the sun and I think it was the wind that were having this conversation. They were animated. And the wind was like, I bet you any amount of money I can make that man over there. I can make him I can knock that hat off his head. And the son was like, oh, I can make him take that hat off too. And they said, okay, bet. We're going to have a competition and see who can make this man take his hat and coat off first, or knock the hat off his head, or get the hat off this man's head. And they were like, okay, so the sun and a wind cloud, they made a bet. And first, the cloud went first, or it was the moon or the cloud. And it started blowing and blowing and blowing to try to knock his hat off. And the man put his hand on top of his hat. So he said, okay, I'll blow harder. So the wind gusted up, a heavy wind, 20 miles an hour. So instead, the man held his hat down with two hands now. And then the wind huffed and puffed and now was blowing almost hurricane winds at the man. So he put a hood on, he tied it tight over the hat and put both of his hands around his head and started walking hunched over, holding his hand over his hood, over his hat to make sure that hat didn't come off his head. And finally, the wind gave up and said, okay, your turn, you try. And all the sun did was shine his warm rays on the man and make him feel good. And when he shined his warm sunshine on the man just gradually took the hat off his head and took off his coat, wiped his head, and was like, ooh, it's warm out here, but it feels great. So the moral of the story is, in order, you can charm more bees with honey. You understand? Instead, when you try to force somebody through some kind of pain or through some kind of using brutal, harsh tactics, whether they be spiritual, in attacking you spiritually or attacking you financially or trying to hurt you, make you sick, attacking somebody's life to try to force them into submission to do what you want them to do, all that makes them want to do is fight more for themselves and protect themselves more. But when you show love and you give and allow a person to be themselves and allow a person to have their free will and show them the respect of utilizing their free will. If you get a no from them, if it's a stand-up person, you can find out why they told you no. You understand? And maybe if you make the corrections that you need to make in your life, that no might turn into a yes, depending on how teachable you are and how much love you have in your heart, enough empathy and compassion to be open to change, to open to growth, so that you can get a yes. And if you get a no, you have to be okay with the no too. But you can't force yourself on anybody, okay? Or force your will on people. So this is someone that's learning now that you're not like the other women because those other women don't really love you. They want something from you. And they're doing and saying what you want them to do. And they're not causing you to self-reflect and to grow. And they don't complain about the things you do because it's not about romantic love with them. It's transactional. And because it's transactional, they don't care about you. Okay. So whoever this person is, that's very low frequency love. This is the reason their money is coming to a halt and a standstill and blockages. Now, in order to pursue someone like you, they cannot just give you money and not expect feedback from you. If they can't expect not to show up for you emotionally. They can't expect not to connect with your mind and become your friend and then see if the heart follows. They have to go through the steps that we refer to as romantic love. Let's read it. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. A conscious lover is not a transactional lover, okay? A conscious lover has awareness of more than just I pay you or I pay your bills and you do what I say and what I want. That's not consciousness. Consciousness is awareness of what you love and what you hate. Consciousness is awareness of how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Consciousness lover is awareness of who you are as a person, and knowing the ins and outs and it's a song, the means of you or the something of you. They know everything about you and they care because they have that awareness. They care about who you are and what's going on with you in your life. Because romantic love consists of a connection of your mind. That means you have some kind of compatibility. You enjoy connecting with each other. And then that connection doesn't always mean the heart follows. Sometimes it can stay at the mind and you can just be friends. But sometimes if it's the right combination of the mind, then naturally the heart will connect and fall in line too. And it happens automatically. It's nothing that you have to do to go turn on your heart. When the minds connect, the heart sometimes just follows. And then after that connection is strong, then even though at the beginning of that, you might be sexually aroused, if you just hold that energy back to allow enough time for a mental connection, and if it's safe, then you can allow for an emotional connection. That's when both of you bond emotionally, okay? And that's what a lot of people try to avoid by having sex early on. When you have sex too early, the emotional bond has never taken place. So it's easy for someone to walk away and to lose the patience or lose the excitement they once had about taking the time to get to know you, because now that fire is put out of the passion, which is why it's recommended that you don't have sex with somebody that you're interested in long term, because you need time for your mind to connect. And then through your minds connecting is how you get to know a person, to find out if it's safe to allow them to connect to your emotions. Because you don't connect anybody to your emotions when you first meet them. You don't let them, because your emotional body is sacred. That's something that you have to protect at all costs, because your emotional body is governed by your sacral chakra. And as you know, your sacral chakra and root chakra are your money-making chakras. That's how you make your money. So even in dating, you better not allow anyone to connect to your emotional body until you've spent enough time with the mental connection, getting to know who they are and watching them. Because that emotional body, your sacral chakra, is exactly what the word says. It's sacred. It is sacred. It's so connected to you spiritually. Your sacral chakra is sacred. That's your sexual energy, your creative energy. So that means you shouldn't be out here allowing anybody, man or woman, to have sex with you. Because to keep that energy sacred and safe, you're not going to let anybody with any old demons and demonic spirits or demons, aspects of their character that are unhealed, come and trouble you emotionally because they're insecure, and cause you to become insecure, because now you're dealing with someone that's unhealed and they're projecting onto you, and you're already connected to them emotionally, so they can affect you because you care how they feel and you care about them. You understand? So you have to protect your sacred energy, not just women, men too. You don't just sleep with any old body, because people are walking around here unhealed with a lot of demonic attachments and spirits that they'll project and attach to you. So romantic love. For this person to connect with you, they have to have romantic love. Romantic love means that you're a conscious lover and you're aware of the other person's feelings, which means that they're going to have mirrored back to them anything that bothers you, anything that triggers you, things that you like and dislike, which means they would have to do some work, which means they would have to be open to correction, which means they would have to be open to having to hear somebody telling them what they like and don't like. Whereas with the other women they were dealing with before, it was transactional. They didn't have to hear nothing from them as long as they gave them money. So this is romantic love, okay? So it's something about this dynamic. I have throat chakra and belief, but this is a dynamic that they need to be successful and abundant, Okay. There's someone that's still trying to get away with something, but they keep rejecting their offer because somebody is going through some kind of spiritual growth right now. I told you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I have throat chakra in the reverse. I'm going to pull these throat chakra cards, and then I'm going to pull the QUAN Yin Oracle card, and we'll get started. Okay, that first one. All right. Throat chakra overactive. Stop judging yourself or others. So somebody might be very harsh on themselves. They might judge themselves, maybe, or maybe they are too judgmental of others. Okay. Sometimes when you have an overactive throat chakra, it can cause you to overly judge yourself or even others. Okay. So maybe someone's a little bit hard on themselves. Okay. Maybe someone's a little overly critical of themselves or others. I don't know. Okay, what is the throat chakra card here? Holy Divine Spirit. What is the throat chakra card? What is the throat chakra card this beautiful Sunday morning? Happy Sunday, everybody. Let's go. The physical manifestation of a blockage in the throat chakra, neck pain. Okay, so somebody might be dealing with a physical manifestation of some kind of blockage they have in their throat chakra, and it's coming in the form of neck pain. So someone's having a lot of pain in their neck. Let's go. Underactive throat chakra. Anxiety around communication leading to negative outbursts and stress. Okay. So somebody, so this might be one of the reasons why this person preferred transactional relationships, because they might have an issue with communication. Some people stutter, or some people just have trouble truly expressing how they really feel. They can't find the words. That's just a challenge area for them. And if they have anxiety around communication, then it's easier if they don't have to do too much communicating. So you can see why a transactional relationship is easier for them, because things don't have to get too complicated talking about feelings and emotions and things of that nature. This way they don't have to express themselves as much. So, and if this person is forced to have to communicate something or say how they feel about something that they're uncomfortable talking about, their anxiety builds up so much inside of them and frustration that they might just have an outburst. And the reason they're having an outburst, looks like I got locked up here. Hold on. Okay, I froze up. Give me a sec. Okay. Make sure I'm back. Give me 1 second. I have to make sure I'm back. Okay, so the anxiety behind having to communicate their feelings, or the inability to express and say how they feel, causes this person to become anxious, and it's coming out in the form as like an outburst, and it makes it hard for them to talk. It makes it uncomfortable for them to want to have conversations with people, because they end up having just an outburst instead of being able to articulate and say how they feel. Okay. Thanks, Empress Love. So this is someone that has outbursts, but only because it's one of their challenges is expressing in words exactly how they feel. Maybe they have a hard time finding the right words to truly express themselves, and people misunderstand them, and they have to keep repeating things, and they're saying the wrong words for what they're trying to, the point they're getting across. So the people don't understand them that they're talking to, and then they get frustrated and have an outburst. So they just don't like to communicate. Okay. All right. Anything else with this throat chakra energy? Okay. Aromatherapy, use calming oils, chamomile, or lavender. So whoever this person is, what I'm getting here is they just have, I'm not getting anything too bad. This is someone that the reason they're having pain in their neck is because they might be judging themselves or judging others. They have anxiety around communicating, and it leads to stress and negative outbursts. And aromatherapy and using calming oils, chamomile or lavender, those are scents that you can burn oils that might help to relax that throat chakra. And of course, we all know about to wear turquoise around our neck. That's one of the, that's one, or a blue stone. It doesn't have to be turquoise. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But y'all know turquoise stones, these right here, a necklace with this might help this person with their throat chakra, turquoise. Okay. This is actually one of my favorite stones, turquoise. Okay, so I'm going to put that away, pull a QUAN Oracle card, and then we're going to jump into the read. Woo! Okay, so the card jumped over there, but I'm going to pick it up. Whew, child. All right, Kuan Yin, what you doing, girl? What you doing, girl, Kuan Yin? Okay. Spring Mother Magu. Magu, goddess of spring, healing and transformation, brings you blessings now. You are asked to remember that, like, ooh, child, this came out the other day. It's the same card. Spring Mother Magu. Magu, goddess of spring, healing and transformation, brings you blessings now. You are asked to remember that light can come from even the darkest beginnings. That spring only ever comes after winter. The challenge can be to trust that winter will end. Exploring the unknown parts of yourself will result in self-discovery and a healing rebirth for you. Child, can I get an ashe? Child. And this one came out too, so I'm going to read it anyway. I don't remember this particular one, but let me go ahead and read it, sorry. Immortal treasures. Within you are precious immortal treasures, gifts of your soul, which includes the ability that you have to transmute healing. Honor yourself as a healer, whether formally or informally. Your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that is unfolding for you right now. All right. Child, that's a Kuan Yin be on point. Kuan Yin be on it. All right, let's get it. All right. Somebody can't recover, child. Whoever this seer energy is, this is someone that someone hired to come around your home and throw magic at you, try to drain you spiritually. They can't recover. I don't know if they got hurt or I don't know if they had a backfire or something happened to somebody that somebody kept paying to come around your home and throw magic at you. Okay. I'm picking up on another masculine energy. This could be a man that might be a practitioner, that might be some kind of seer or something like that. Okay, we're going to see what's going on with that in just a second. Let me put this right here. All right, I already shuffled these cards. Let's get it. What is the energy crowning this read? What is the energy crowning this read? Yep. There is a high priest or high priestess in the reverse that will do anything to win. A Libra. I cannot, yo. There might be, listen to me, y'all. There might be a high priestess Libra energy, okay? Sun, moon, or rising. But she's in the reverse. She's very demonic. Matter of fact, she may have she might be a full demon walking. This high priest in the reverse might be like just the vessel. It might be a whole principality, like a high-ranking demon inside of this energy I'm picking up on. This energy literally has a high-ranking demon, and they have fully walked into her body, okay? And she is willing to do anything to steal your power, okay? She might have been, I'm picking up, connected to this masculine that's healing now. She gave, excuse me, guys, I need to turn the light on in here. All right, that's better. She gave this masculine exactly what he wanted and needed, which was narc supply. So you remember when I told you whoever this person is, they are going through a transformation in their life right now. It was easy for this person before because the women they were dealing with, it was transactional, but also they gave him exactly what he wanted, which was narc supply. They made him feel like, you know, you're in charge, you're the boss, you're the man. Oh yeah, you're the, but remember, this is transactional. These women are actresses, okay? And the men aren't paying attention to that because when they're younger, they're in their ego and they're like, yeah, of course I am who these women are telling me I am. Look how subservient they are. Look how look how they're fighting over me. Look how they are competing with each other for my attention. You know, so it makes me feel great. I feel like a winner when I have women fighting over me and doing their best to compete for me and to try to get my attention from the other one and see how vicious they can become with each other just to try to win me. But at the end of the day, like it takes a lot of men time and maturity and age to finally realize, and some never realize it, it was all about the money. It was all about the money. It was always about the money. And women are just acting for you. All that fighting over you, you're a resource. You're a resource and you're providing either money, you're either providing a place to live, or you're providing a job, or some kind of resource, some kind of protection, some kind of opportunity, some kind of access to a resource, a job, or something. And that's all it is about with these women. But they're giving you the narc supply that you indulge and engage in that stops your spiritual growth because they're lying to you and they care nothing about you. But all of that attention and energy makes you feel as though they care about you. But in actuality, it's because of what they're getting from you. So there is possibly a Libra high priestess here that I feel like this woman, she is not divine at all. She's a walk-in demon. Okay, like she has a full walk-in. A demon has completely taken over her vessel. And she tries to mimic the light. And the light is you. You are the light. But this woman with this walk-in demon, this Libra high priestess, that is literally a demon that's taken over a human suit, she wants to mimic your energy because you're an earth angel. And she wants you dead. I mean, she literally wants you dead. She might be who hired this other seer energy to come and attack you spiritually, like to come within physical proximity of you. And this demon, this Libra demon, feels as though as long as you're here and you're alive, you know, somebody has something to compare to. In other words, in other words, if you have only, excuse me, the wind is kicking up. I need to shut this door. In other words, if you only have one singer and it's Jennifer Lopez, you're gonna be like, "Woo, child, she can sing. Woo, listen to her go." Now that's a singer right there. But if you have someone to compare her to, like a real singer, like Jennifer Hudson, or Fantasia, or Mariah Carey, or Patti LaBelle, or Celine Dion, or it's plenty of other singers out there that are real singers. You're gonna be like, hey, she can't sing at all. Why do we think that? Or even with food, if all you have is genetically modified fruits and powdered oranges and nasty stuff. You're going to think in eating these foods, that, oh, yeah, it tastes great. It tastes good. Or if you're used to eating the meat that has the shots, the hormones, you don't have anything to compare it to. But if you fly overseas somewhere to Jamaica and then you taste the meat over there, you notice a vast difference. And you're like, no, this meat tastes nothing like the meat I'm used to eating in America. What in the world? I've never had meat before. I never tasted it before. I'm realizing this chicken because it doesn't have hormones. So she feels as though as long as you're alive and you can be heard or seen, your light is so bright, they can see that you are the one that's truly chosen by and gifted by God. And your level of purity next to hers makes her look and feel dirty. You understand? So she feels like she can imitate you good enough to where if she could just make you go away and disappear, everyone will think that, she is you. But it's really, again, a demon that has completely walked into a human body. And she was dealing at one time with this man, but now he's separating his energy from her because you're still alive and he's able to tell the real from the fake. And that's why she wants you to die so bad. Let's go. What is the obstacle? So the obstacle is somebody was not able to fulfill someone's wishes here. And I have an Emperor Aries energy. So I feel like there might have been somebody, this could be Aries energy. Maybe someone wanted domination and control over you in some kind of a way. Okay. Y'all know the Emperor represents domination, control, sometime maybe in the reverse, but it's very powerful. Somebody was not able to fulfill someone's wishes. That's the obstacle. So I feel like whoever this older masculine or feminine is, a very dominant energy, I feel like they were supposed to do something to get you out the way. Tell me more. What happened in the recent past, Holy Spirit? What happened in the recent past? What happened in the recent past? Please and thank you. What happened in the recent past? Holy Divine Spirit. Okay. So in the recent past, somebody was trying to get away with something. They were they were waiting. They were literally waiting to get away with whatever they were going to do to you to slow you down. You were not supposed to be able to keep moving forward and persevere. See, in the recent past, they were trying to slow you down. They were trying to slow you down in some kind of a way so that you would not be able to persevere. With the Chariot in the reverse, no forward movement, you would slow down and come to a complete stop. This is what somebody was expecting to happen to you. Tell me more about this Emperor energy. What were they supposed to do? The Queen of Swords reversed, the Ten of Pentacles. Somebody was supposed to do some spell work on you so they could completely drain your tank. Okay? So you were supposed to be completely tired, worn out, and instead something might have happened to her instead. This Queen of Cups reverse that's up here crying about you. Okay, she's in tears about you because she's paying someone to come by your home wherever you live to do spell work to drain your energy. She wants to drain your energy so that you're too weak. You're too weak to be able to get up out the bed, to go to work every day, to function, to even feel joy. Like all you want to do is sleep. And any tiny bit of energy you have is just to do just enough of what you need to do for your kids and to pay your bills and then lay down. And that's it. Almost have you functioning like a pregnant woman. That's the best way I can describe it. In your first trimester of pregnancy, not everybody, but I know years ago in my first trimester of pregnancy with my daughter, I only had enough energy because I was sick of the dog. I only had enough energy to go to work and come home and collapse on the bed. And I did not move from that spot on the bed until it was time to get up in the morning, take a shower, and I didn't even shower before I went to bed. That's how tired I was. In my first trimester, I would go to work, come home, and then pass out on the bed, and I couldn't move. I literally couldn't get out the bed until morning time. And I would just have enough energy to take a shower and go to work and perform another day at work just to make it home to collapse on the bed again. And I got my strength back going toward the second trimester. But this is the spell work that she wanted to do on you, or that she had someone doing on you. It was to drain your sacral chakra so you would feel that way. So you wouldn't get anything accomplished at all. But instead, something could have happened to her. Let me just pull some cards here and see why she's the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. Because it looked like she's having a hard time here. It looks like she's on the bed drained instead, okay, due to insecurities. Let me see what was going on with her behind. They're telling me to pull a few chakra cards on her because you see she's on this bed with her face in her hands. So I don't know, it could have been a backfire to that dizziness. Oh, okay. So this woman, crown chakra, dizziness. This woman might have had so maybe she was attacking your crown chakra. She might have had a backfire and might be feeling dizzy and might have been dealing with bouts of dizziness. Tell me about this Queen of Cups reverse, Nine of Swords, please. Tell me about this Queen of Cups reverse, Nine of Swords. Disorganized, root chakra. Lack of focus, crown chakra. This is what she wanted for you. This is the energy that she was sending towards you. Tell me about this Queen of Cups reverse, Nine of Cups. Yeah, this woman has low self-esteem, lack of connection to the world, a root chakra, a crown chakra. She's messed up from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, throat chakra, underactive, sore throat, painful jaw, mouth issues like ulcers, feeling trapped in unloving, toxic relationships. Her relationships are all transactional. Okay? So what I'm getting is she might have sent a crown chakra attack towards you and it backfired, and instead she's the one that's disorganized, dizzy, and dealing with all this stuff because that's the energy she was sending towards you. Okay? Tell me more about the situation, please, with this Emperor. Tell me more about this Emperor energy. There is an Emperor energy here that's in a mental imprisonment because they sent a lot of energy towards you. So this Emperor energy could be this seer in reverse that was hired to come by your home and throw magic at you. Whatever they sent towards you, the reason they're in a mental imprisonment right now is because what they sent towards you was very powerful with this strength card. So this must be someone that normally has a lot of power. But if you have the source of God's power in you and you're a healed woman, there is no level of power. Whatever this Emperor Energy's level of power is, it can't overpower you when you're connected to God. Okay? And they're backstabbed and betrayed. So they're in a mental imprisonment now, whoever they are, because they sent they sent something very powerful towards you, that this Libra high priestess that's being very childish because she got left. Whoever this masculine is, he was dealing with a Libra high priestess, and he's leaving her because he knows that she's not real. He knows that all she does is steal energy from women. Women that have the light, maybe men too. But this Libra, Empress reverse, High Priestess in the reverse, she's very childish, very immature, and she's a full demonic walk-in. And she's very good at mimicking emotions. She might even be a sociopath. She's very good at, demons are good at mimicking human emotions and mimicking loving and caring and things of that nature. Demons are really, really, a clone. She could be a clone, but she knows how to mimic all the right things to say, all the right emotions to have, when underneath the skin, she hates people and their children, and she does death spells on people and pays practitioners to kill people she's jealous of, and she tries to siphon. She's a real broom riding witch, and she's a full demonic walk-in. And she was trying to create an illusion that she's some kind of earth angel, while in the background she's paying this Emperor energy to come by your home and send powerful magic to try to kill you. All right, but the devil reverse, because this Emperor is in a mental imprisonment because it's not having an effect on you. Okay, and tell me more about the situation right now. Yeah, and so something went back to her. Somebody's having a very bad backfire in the form of a crown chakra attack they might have sent out, because they're feeling dizzy. They're feeling dizzy, and whatever else that they have, low self-esteem and whatever else. Of course, it's going to storm right now. And they couldn't keep it a secret that they keep paying people to come toward you to try to get rid of you. But it's too late. Whoever this masculine is, they already are 100% aware of who this Libra really is. She's Ringo from that Disney movie. She's a fake, a complete fake. She's an occultist that steals light from people that have done their shadow work, from real divine beings that are full of love. Okay? She's a complete fake, and she steals energy from real loving people that are of the light, okay, that abide in that real Christ energy. And she tries to walk in that energy, and she tries to mirror and mimic that energy the best she can. All right. And what's the most probable outcome at this particular time? It's too much of a burden for her to keep this up. She's already exposed, and she has to release it and let it go and stop paying people to try to kill you. You're an angel. You can't, and trying to drain you to cover up her own stankness. Okay. She is the spiritual equivalent of somebody that hasn't bathed in a week, putting on perfume and turning their drawers inside out. Okay. She is the equivalent of a stank lace top wig that really needs to be washed, that somebody then sweated in for about a month and decided to brush it out and curl it and put it back on their head, and you can smell it. She's the equivalent of a stank ass BBL. Oh, it's raining harder. So her trying to drain your energy so that she could show up in it, meaning you're going to be weak. You're going to be too weak to do the things you normally do, say the things you normally say, and to be in the public eye and be sociable with people, floating around in your authentic energy. The last thing she wants is for you to be floating around in your genuine, authentic, beautiful energy. So she wants to drain you so you'll be too weak to be yourself and to be seen, and you'll be just laying in the bed, and she would have your energy and be showing up, imitating and mimicking you. Imitating and mimicking you. That's the glamour. When someone's trying to steal your destiny, they have to try to hide you, and they have to try to stop you from wearing your own shoes. Okay? Only one person can wear a pair of shoes at a time. So if you don't have your shoes on, then that leaves your shoes open for somebody else to put their feet inside, their stank feet inside of them. Okay? Now your shoes can be compared to your destiny, who you are and what you do. So if somebody can get you to stop wearing your shoes or stop doing whatever it is that you love to do, that you get recognition from, if they can get you to stop doing it and take your energy and have you sitting up weak somewhere, you're out of sight and out of mind, they can show up and just imitate you. And because they're the only one you can see, you think that it's them and their energy, because it's nothing to compare to them, because you've been kicked into the background. And that's oftentimes what happens, okay? So she's been trying to drain your energy so that she could imitate you, which is probably a bad imitation. But even still, the fact that there's no one else to compare you to, people don't know the difference. But she can't do it, all right? The Magician. So that's what she's been stuck in a cycle doing, trying to curse you to slow you down over and over again. Yeah, that's all. She's stuck in a cycle doing this over and over and over again. Somebody might have Capricorn in their chart, or this is a demon. In this case, I feel like she has full demonic possession at this time too. Somebody could have kicked somebody out of their energy completely, or someone could have kicked the Capricorn out their energy. That wanted someone to cause this conflict for you with the Five of Wands. Yeah, tell me about this Capricorn energy. Woo! Thunder, child. Lightning and thunder. Like this destructive energy. Somebody was in some very, very destructive energy with this magic against you. Like they were just seeking anybody out, asking who is the most powerful practitioner, magician you want, and offering them money to come hurt and harm you. But all of the spell work keeps backfiring and hitting her. All of it. Okay, and why did the Capricorn kick her out of their energy, or who kicked this Capricorn out? The Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands reverse, the King of Swords. Clarify that King of Swords. Somebody release somebody and let them go. So this Libra is the King of Swords, okay? This Libra energy I'm picking up on. This air sign, King of Swords. That is who the King of Wands reverse is. This, all she could do to gain the connections with the people that she's gained connections with and status with was use and utilize her sexual energy on a lower frequency and a lower vibration. So she has had to use her sexual energy on a lower vibration because that's all she has. To get access to the resources to stalk and monitor you, she had to use her sexual energy on a very low vibration to get people to help her, give her resources and access to stalk you. Other than that, she doesn't have a reference point for being kind. She doesn't have a reference point for being loving, empathetic. There's no reference point. She has to be able to stalk and monitor genuinely empathetic and loving people, genuinely Christ-like people. She has to be able to listen to you, watch your mannerisms, watch how you talk, watch how you walk, and go home and sit in that mirror on the wall and practice saying what you say or paraphrasing it. So this demon can sound angelic, okay? this demon is trying to sound angelic, but this Libra is a straight walk-in. Yep, that can't backstab and betray you. So she's just stuck in this cycle. Now, there might be a masculine that might be coming toward you for romantic love. I'm not going to give too much information on that unless they wanted to come out in these cards, because you know how people are spiritually monitoring and spiritually stalking to block divine people from getting into high vibrational connections. And when they find out information about what's coming toward you and who's coming toward you, sometimes they will utilize that to try to hurry up and cause a blockage. I think that's why nothing else is coming out about this romantic love that might be coming towards someone in my collective. Okay, so let me go ahead and move some other energy and see what else is going on here. Spell work. Mental health facility. A covert sociopath. I cannot make it up. I cannot make it up. I couldn't have said it better. Yeah. She might end up in a mental health facility broke. She might like keep apologizing, like, I'm so sorry. I really want to apologize, because no one should be treated like that. No one should just keep doing death spells on someone because they're jealous that doesn't deserve it, and then she'll go do a death spell on you. This woman is a covert sociopath. This is the type of woman that will keep apologizing. I'm sorry. No, you don't deserve this. You're an earth angel. And all you did was be yourself. You didn't do nothing to deserve it. You didn't do nothing to nobody. And then she'll go to start doing death spells on you again. She has a split personality because she's housing a demon, a high-ranking demon she's housing in her body right now. And she can't help herself. It's like she's out of control and she's going broke. And she's going to end up in a mental health facility. She's a part of a coven, a cult, or a church. Chakra card, heart. They want me to pull a heart chakra card. This person is not seeing a situation clearly. Power of attorney. All right, what are the messages, Holy Spirit? Well done. Yeah, that was the message. Let me pull this heart chakra card really quick. I'm going to be doing several readings this evening, so I'm going to keep this one short because I'm going to come back on and do a couple more readings to make up for lost time. I'm going to do my best anyway. Let me see, heart chakra. Three, one, a two, a three. All right, three. I need a laminator that works. Somebody has an overactive heart chakra, which means they have a lack of proper boundaries with friendships and intimate relationships. Overactive heart chakra, lack of healthy boundaries. So somebody might have a lack of healthy boundaries. Oh, wow, it came out twice. So I don't know if this is the masculine coming towards somebody. Tell me about this person, Holy Divine Spirit. Tell me about, they want to use the other cards. Tell me about this person that has a lack of boundaries. Oh, wow. You might have to check that. Or if this is the person coming toward you, if they have a lack of proper boundaries with friends and intimate relationships, the sun. Oh, wow. Okay. This could be a Leo or the sun. Clarify the sun. Something could be good. We'll see. Or illumination. Or you might need to illuminate this to this person. So this could be actually talking about if this person is seeking romantic love at this point in their life, depending on what you want to do, this might be something you might need to reflect and tell them. Because remember, not one human on this planet is perfect, okay? And nobody is going to show up to you perfectly, okay? But what we do for each other is we mirror to each other what aspects of our character need work. And then it's up to us how we take that information and what we do with it. Some people will get the lesson instantly and they'll immediately clear it up and clean it up and be like, wow, I was a little bit self-aware. Thank you for pointing that out. I will make sure that I clean that up and I take steps in the right direction to make sure I put proper boundaries between me and my friendships and intimate relationships, and I have healthier boundaries. Because sometimes, because we're human, we lack self-awareness in certain aspects because we're not perfect of our character. And sometimes people will point something out for us. You know, did you know that you have a tendency to cut people off and interrupt them when they're talking? People tell me that. And I lack self-awareness, or I have in the past, that I would talk over people a lot and cut people off when they're talking. Because that's how me and my siblings talked growing up. Everybody talking over everybody and yelling. That's because I lack self-awareness of myself in that. So if this is the person coming towards you, you might have to bring that to their attention and see how they respond to it. And if they're looking for romantic love and they have truly spiritually grown, then they will receive it in a healthy way and they'll change. But if they don't receive it, then of course they won't be able to get romantic love with you, because having unhealthy boundaries with other people, places, and things could be a gateway to give karmics access to you, your energy, and your life. And you can explain that to that person should you decide to move forward with them. Okay. All right. So the sun, what else, Holy Spirit? The chariot. Okay. Something or someone is not going to persevere with something. Clarify the chariot. What is the chariot reverse? So somebody is not going to be able to persevere creating conflicts for you, creating a conflict for you. Somebody might want to gaslight and emotionally manipulate you or a situation. I have the Nine of Cups in reverse here. Clarify the Nine of Cups in the reverse. I'm sorry, the Page of Cups in the reverse. Oh, okay. Somebody might be bringing, so this person is going to come, they're going to come clean with you, is what I'm getting with this Ace of Swords. They're going to come clean with you about this air sign. They're going to come clean with you about this air sign. Remember, the King of Swords, King of Wands reverse. They're going to come clean about this person that they did not have healthy boundaries with, that's been sending people to attack you. They're going to bring you some clarity about this person. Okay, that has been gaslighting, a Queen of Wands. So this is someone very attractive that they dealt with in the past that might have been trying to, or this could be a Leo. Someone might have Leo in their chart. So that's the fire sign, the Four of Wands, that they could have either lived in a house with, or they might have been in some kind of relationship with in the past that kept gaslighting and emotionally manipulating them so that they could cause imbalances for you. What I'm getting is, whatever it is that you are, you're being and have been observed possibly by some women that wish that they could be with or embody whatever you are. Whenever you're a child of the light, a child that operates out of Christ consciousness, a child of God, you're always going, and the light shines from you, you're always going to attract a lot of attention from men and women, no matter what. No matter what you do, you're going to always attract, it don't matter how old you are. You can be 60 years old and you're still going to attract haters and attention from men and women. Don't let nobody get it twisted or messed up. You will see 60-year-old high vibrational men and women skipping around that are still getting haters, that still have people giving them the evil eye, that still feel some kind of way. You'll have a younger person hating on them, hating on an older person because they're just so upbeat. You understand? You're gonna get that because of your energy and the light that comes out of you. So people you don't even know are going to pay attention to you if you're on social media or just in your community and neighborhood. They're gonna watch you, okay? So it looks like you might have had a few women that you're not connected to that might have been watching and observing you, okay? Because the energy goes to you because of who and what you are. The Knight of Cups, this might have been a friend of whoever this masculine is that at one time they were lovers with. And now someone feels backstabbed and betrayed because they were a bad investment, because they were mimicking your energy. Yeah, these women were mimicking your energy. That's why they wanted to watch you. So however these women have been keeping an eye on you, it was so that they could mimic your energy. This man was celebrating possibly with up to two women. One could be a fire sign, the other could be a Libra, okay? But they were imitating, they needed to watch you to imitate and mimic your energy and to try to get your energy. And now they want to avoid a tower, okay? But everything is happening right now in divine timing. And this man has lost his zest for these women. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. The energy is not the same. And it could be because all it takes is for him to change one aspect of his mind and thinking, which causes his vibration to go up one notch, to literally lose all sexual attraction for a certain group of karmic women on a certain vibration. Do you know that can happen with both men and women? You know, when you get older and you outgrow certain people, usually what's actually happening is you went through some spiritual growth, you went through some maturity between the age of 20 and 40, and it's because now you're vibrating higher than you were before, that any sexual attraction that you might have had for a certain type of man or a certain type of woman that was more connected to your carnal nature, it falls off. Because that part of you instantly becomes dead, and you're attracted more to people, the higher aspects of a person, their mind, their heart, their spirit. You understand? That happens when your vibration raises. So whoever this man is, it could have been a shift in his thought pattern that raised his vibration just one notch. And that one notch could have caused all his sexual attraction to fall off instantly for these women that he was dealing with. Because when you're on a lower vibration, you think a certain type of a way. And you're low vibrational, you project a lot of negative energy toward innocent people that have never done anything to you. You're evil, and you delight in evil. You delight in doing evil to people, and you're self-seeking. And one notch of your vibration going up can turn you off to people that are like that. So, like I titled the video, whoever this masculine is I'm picking up on, they went through like an elevation. It's like even if their vibration only went up one notch, that notch was enough to turn them off sexually to people that are delighting in doing evil, to people that are envious. Love is patient, love is kind, and it's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It doesn't delight in doing evil, you know. And for you to become aware suddenly of yourself, like Adam and Eve suddenly becoming aware and conscious, according to the story in the garden that they were naked. All it takes is for suddenly you to have some self-awareness of, damn, I was like delighting in hurting an innocent person that has never done anything before, didn't do anything to anybody. Why would I find pleasure in that? Maybe I need to go within a little bit and figure out my mind. Why would I be attracted to women that get aroused hurting people? Why would that arouse me at all? Why would a woman like that arouse me? Usually, this is an indication of growth and of growth, spiritual growth. When you see the dysfunction in that and you fix it in your mind, in your subconscious mind, and suddenly you're turned off by people on that vibration. So somebody kicked somebody out their energy, okay? And because of that, they can't balance the situation, okay? And these were people that they used to party with and do dirt with in the past, okay? And now they want to avoid a tower. Okay, I am going to pull a final card. I told you this one isn't going to be too long, but I've got a few more coming that I'm going to do. I'm going to pull an Eternal Crystal Oracle card here. Oh, wow, 111 in my lights right now. I'm going to pull an Eternal Crystal Oracle card here so that I can see if anybody needs a card, a recommendation for their throat chakra or heart chakra, okay? Somebody might need a recommendation for their throat or heart chakra. What is the recommended Eternal Crystal Oracle card for someone that I can't make? There you go, turquoise. I'm gonna read that because I don't think it's a coincidence I opened up to it. So we have turquoise, okay? That's the stone I showed you. Balance, throat and heart chakra. Oh my God, throat and heart chakra. Okay. And I'll put one more. Okay. So I have turquoise, like I showed you. Someone might need to wear turquoise around their neck. Oh, thank you, Cynthia Hill. I appreciate all of you all too. Okay, what is the Eternal Crystal Oracle card recommendation? They already gave me turquoise, but I'm going to pull one more. What is the Eternal Crystal recommended Oracle card? I'm only going to read the turquoise one. I just want to see if they want to suggest another one. Okay, yeah, for the root chakra. I felt that. Okay. There are a couple of them here, but I'm only going to read the one that was supposed to come out initially. Okay. Somebody might need to get some carnelian, okay, for their root and sacral chakra, for self-confidence, okay? So carnelian is a good stone to help. These stones do not balance your chakras, okay? They can facilitate with bringing balance to these chakras. But the balance comes in meditation and right thought. Right thought means your thoughts are balanced between your dark and light energy, which means you know how to insert empathy and compassion and balance all of your schools of thought that align with each chakra with empathy and compassion, your masculine and feminine energy. Logic with empathy, compassion, and intuition in a healthy way. And that's how you balance your chakras. But carnelian can help balance your root and sacral chakra. Hematite can also, for mental strength, help with your root chakra, okay? So that's carnelian and hematite. And then we have apophyllite for connection, for your third eye and crown chakra. Apophyllite for connection for your third eye and crown chakra, okay? Now I'm going to read turquoise, since that's the one we were discussing, and then I'll pull a final card. Okay, turquoise. Balance. Okay. Throat and heart chakra. It's time to balance out all of the different aspects of your life You have been too focused on a single area of your life. This is not a healthy way to be because it causes neglect in other areas in your life, and you can quickly become unbalanced. It's important that you try to recognize where you are focusing too much energy. Are you working too many hours? Are you doing too much with your family and not allowing any time for yourself? Are you overeating or drinking too much alcohol? Whatever it is, know that the energy of turquoise will help you to balance you out today. Turquoise joins the earth to the sky and also connects and balances out masculine and feminine energies. Turquoise is associated with the throat and heart chakra. It can help you to express yourself. Self expression is very important to help you to remain positive and balanced. It can come in the form of singing, writing, playing, creative, or creating or sharing experiences. It may help you to take time to meditate or to write down any thoughts or feelings that you experience in a journal. Okay? So that is turquoise. Somebody needs to bring more balance to some aspect of their life. All right, and I will pull a final message, take a break, and I will be right back. I am going to do a quick prayer since Friday I got caught up in an office all day trying to get something done. Okay. What is the final message? What is the final message, Holy Divine Spirit, for this read? What is the final message for this read? Please and thank you. What is the final message for this reading? Please and thank you. And then I want to say this prayer. All right, give me 3 cards to end this read. Please and thank you. Give me 3 cards to end this read. Please and thank you. 3 cards to end this read. Please and thank you. Someone could be a spiritual or religious leader of some kind, or a Taurus, okay? Somebody could be a Taurus, somebody could be an Aquarius. They can't recover. They could be withdrawing. They could have been working together with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Someone very toxic that will do absolutely anything for money. They lack integrity. Very low vibrational. They're very superficial, shallow. You know this energy, okay? There could be a Taurus and an Aquarius that cannot recover from something, and they could have been trying to hold you back, or they could be withdrawing, and they could have been willing to do anything to win at all costs. They could have been hiring these little Queen of Pentacle reverse energies even to do something to win at all costs. Give me 1 card. Oh, they feel like something was a bad investment. Okay, so whoever this masculine is, there might have been a Taurus and an Aquarius connected to them. And whatever they had going on, it might have been a bad investment. And they're upset because they got clarity that this person coming toward you might be walking away. Somebody might be walking away from their group. So this person might have been in a group, a group of friends or associates, or this could be a little coven or whatever. If they're spiritually attacking you, this could be a little coven. Someone is aware. They're aware that this person feels like this was a bad investment, and they've kicked someone else that they were connected to, possibly that Libra high priestess, out of their energy. That Libra High Priestess was very instrumental and important to this Taurus and Aquarius. And now losing her means that they're losing access to him. And they're very disappointed because of that, okay? They're worried that this person might be coming toward you, possibly. They're worried this person might be coming toward you to even see if they could work with you, okay? If this person has a romantic interest in you, they might be coming toward you as if they're coming toward you about work, with that Three of Pentacles to the Four of Wands there, okay? All right, one final card. Oh. And somebody could be being very destructive right now. I have the Lovers and High Priestess. Okay. So I feel like you're a High Priestess. There's a Gemini. There could be a Gemini in some destructive energy right now. Self-destructive energy. They're having a Tower. Okay. So somebody in the background somebody could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Somebody might be in some very destructive energy right now because they're having a Tower, because all their spell work backfired. Yep. Or everybody's spell work that was sent toward you has backfired, and they're stuck in some kind of horrible, toxic cycle. And someone has rejected their offer. They're not going to help them anymore. And they're very sad and disappointed. It feels like somebody wanted to sacrifice you. I feel like somebody wanted to sacrifice you so that someone else could show up in your energy. It's like and they're closed emotionally. It's like a whole bunch of people are really, whoever you are, it's like a whole bunch of people are jealous of you. And it's like a whole bunch of people just feel like you suck up the energy on the planet. Like this planet's not big enough for you to exist and everybody else. Like whoever you are, you can move to China. You can move to China from America and they would still have a problem. I'm picking up on several women here that have a problem with your existence. And it's almost like you could go hide under a rock in Cambodia. Whoever you are, you could go hide under a rock in Cambodia. And the simple fact that they're aware that you're still alive and you're breathing would drive these women absolutely mad, because they feel like your energy and presence can be felt spiritually. And that is correct, because there is no time on the spiritual realm. You understand? And there is no distance on the spiritual realm either. You understand? So while you might be in Cambodia hiding under a rock somewhere, or in the Philippines, or in Australia, you could travel across the globe. You can go to Timbuktu, South Africa. You can travel to the African part of the real India, East India, where there's the African tribe in India. Child, you can go to Nepal, Tibet. Your spiritual presence can be felt on the spiritual realm. You being here in the physical, no matter where you go and try to hide, these women can feel your spiritual power and presence, and it bothers them. That's how serious it is. Because you're like, I don't understand. What if I just remove myself physically and they never have to see me again? They can sense your spiritual power and presence because it's so powerful and strong. In the spiritual realm, there is no long distances. You understand? And that's the reason why just you being alive and breathing and them feeling your spirit, they can still feel your power. These women can feel your spiritual power and your presence no matter where you are on the globe, no matter where you are physically. It doesn't matter. That's how strong you are. And that's the reason why they just feel like all of their lives would be better if you were dead. Because it almost feels like there's some type of position you're supposed to hold spiritually. And because it's so strong, they can feel your presence. But that Christ energy will do it for you every time. Just like when the devil, just like when Satan was on his way, when the legions of demons were possessing that man and Jesus was on his way, but he was a couple miles away. But the demons could already see the aura. They could see Jesus' electromagnetic field vibrating around him because his light was so bright. They say Jesus and Siddhartha, the Buddha, both of their auric fields were so bright. You know that light they depict in religious paintings around the head? That's the aura. And they say Jesus and Siddhartha, their auric field stretched out like 3 to 5 miles or something like that. That's how bright their aura was. So you could see them coming from 3 to 5 miles away. You could see their aura. So the demons could sense when Jesus was coming, and they had to call a meeting like, oh my God, do you see what I see? Yeah, I see it. Yeah, how much time do you have? Well, I don't know, he's walking by foot. He'll be here in about 45 minutes. He'll be here in about 2 hours. I'm gonna give him a good hour and a half and he'll be here. But y'all see that light from over across the way down the mountain? Oh God, we're gonna have to have a meeting real quick, because where we gonna go? I don't know. We can ask him, can we go into the pigs? You understand? When you have a very bright aura and you're in that Christ consciousness and awareness, people can sense your presence and energies. And demons, they have to flee. In the name of Jesus, we have the victory. Y'all remember the song? We have a victory. Y'all remember? When you are in that Christ consciousness or a Buddha, when you're an enlightened being and you have a bright aura, the demons in a lot of people, which are unhealed aspects of their character, they get triggered when they feel your presence. They get triggered by your light. They get triggered because things are mirrored to them that they don't see within themselves that are inside of you. And when it's mirrored to them, it triggers them because they feel like you're a goody two-shoes. So what I know, shake the devil off. I remember that one too, Empress Love Love Child. I sing it, shake the devil off, shake. Child. But look, you know what I'm talking about. I know I'm bothered, Empress. I know you. Where your tambourine at, girl? I know you used to tear it up back in the day, girl. But you understand what I'm saying. The reason several of these women are triggered by your presence, whether you are in the same country, state, location as them or not, is because you are of Christ consciousness. Your aura is that bright that on the spiritual realm, they can sense your presence. And it triggers them because it forces them to see things that need to be corrected in themselves when they get triggered by you. And people do not like to see themselves because then they have to either do the work or become a hater of yours. So it's several women that would like for you to die. Because if you would just die and go away, then they've watched you and observed you long enough to imitate you and try to show up in your energy. And if you're gone, there's nothing to compare. So it looks, it makes them look a certain way. It looks better because there's nothing to compare. Maybe these women have some kind of platform in a church or a position in a society or organization or group with some kind of ranking that man gave to them that they don't deserve. And maybe they feel like as long as you're alive, no matter, and it's giving me the energy of the Pharisees in Christianity in the Bible. The Pharisees that were like, hey, over here, I don't know what you're looking for over there. Jesus is in poverty. Look at him. He don't have this car. He don't live in this gated community where all his cows and chickens got enough land within this fence. We don't have to take them out to pasture because we got enough land over here. He don't live in this gated community and have access to the temple grains and all these wives. And look at me in all this purple. Do you know how much money you got to have to wear purple and red and be able to afford to wear colors in your clothes in this day and age? You understand? Why are y'all interested in what Jesus got to say that y'all got to follow him all the way across a burning sand and a beach to listen to this raggedy man that rides a donkey, can't even afford a horse, talk? When I have horses and I drive a chariot and I have someone to drive me around and I own a house and have access to temple grains and all my friends wear these big fancy hats and we the Pharisees. And we are the ones that are revered in society. We're the ones that have status, economic status. The Pharisees, you know who we are and you know what it is. Look at us. Wow. So I'm getting the energy of these women. They have the spirit of the Pharisees. They've got the spirit of people that were given status by man and not by God, not by real spiritual ranking, by rubbing shoulders and sleeping with the right people to be put in the position they want to be in. But that does not qualify them. You understand? And people can know the real from the fake because you know if you've ever had a Krabby Patty. No, that's SpongeBob. That's SpongeBob QUAN. Not Krabby Patty, but it's just called crab cake. Okay. You know, if you didn't had a crab cake before, the difference between a real crab cake and a real salmon cake, salmon croquet, and one that's fake and it just maybe got some salmon juice or crab juice and it's all filler. You understand? And it's the same thing with your knowledge. You speak out of the countenance of your heart. So whatever's inside of your heart is what's going to be reflected in what you say out of your mouth. So if you are carrying empathy, compassion, wisdom, and access to knowledge from realms beyond the lower realms that we live in here, then if that's what's in your heart, that's what's going to roll off your lips and come out your mouth, and it's going to feel like fresh water. Knowledge and wisdom coming out of the mouth of Jesus, Siddhartha, or Kuan Yin, or any other spiritually ranked person feels like fresh water to listen to it. It feels good. Some of y'all remember how good it felt. I'm so embarrassed. I can't remember this woman's name. Oh my goodness. I want to slap myself right now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's so many of them. There's a woman I was thinking of, and I'm upset because I had a brain freeze just then. You know, y'all know how good it felt to sit back and listen to Dr. Alim Bey, you know, do lectures and just all of the Maya Angelou, yes, but no. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That wrote the books about the divine feminine, and I'm so embarrassed that I'm having a brain fart and a brain freeze. But I know y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. I was hoping somebody would put it in the comments. But the point that I'm making is you can tell a person's spiritual ranking because of what they carry inside of their heart, okay? Because you speak out of the countenance of your heart. So whatever knowledge you have access to and how you talk and how by what you say, you can tell if a person knows how to balance their dark and light energy, okay? You speak, it comes out. Like if you ever saw that movie with Vivica Fox, Two Can Play at That Game. I don't know if you ever saw the movie, but she was talking about her and her girlfriends all going out, and one of her girlfriends was proposed to and just got an engagement ring. And she was like, yeah, I've got to go fix my situation. Because as you all know, you can't really truly show up for someone and be completely happy if you're not happy too and you don't have everything, you know, in line. And it was something she had, the writer, whoever was the producer or the writer of that movie, they put in that line. And you could tell that person was not in alignment and can't balance their energy right, because that's how they really feel inside their heart. That you truly can't be happy for another woman if you don't have the same things as them. I was like, wow, she must lack self-awareness. She must not know how crazy that sounded or how crazy that sounds to a high vibrational person. You know, like, wow, you can't have, yeah, Ayanla, but no, I'm thinking, no, y'all know who I'm talking about. She writes the books about the divine, but yes, Ayanla too. Ayanna Van Zant, but y'all know I'm so embarrassed. Sister, uh, y'all know she read all the books she wrote about the sacred feminine. Now I know because I'm saying the name of her book. The Sacred Feminine. The Devil is a Liar. That should have been the first name I said, matter of fact, because I'm having a brain freeze, and I think that's the devil trying to freeze my brain on purpose. But y'all know she wrote that book about the sacred feminine. I'm so pissed off. And I know somebody know exactly how I'm so pissed off that my brain. But the point I'm making is the Pharisees, okay? I was talking about the Pharisee type energies that don't have, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. But I'm still upset that I had a brain freeze because she is uh, very well known, and I'm upset that I had a brain freeze. That is a confusion spell because somebody don't want me to say her name. Y'all know the sister. Y'all know the sister I'm talking about. I'm so mad. Queen Afua. That is somebody is throwing some yeah. Oh, look, you found it, Songbird. Yeah, Queen Afua. That's who I was trying to say earlier. That's exactly who I was trying to say earlier. But I know somebody's throwing some spell work at me. I don't even care. I ain't worried about it. Okay, so whoever these women are, they found you because your light and your aura is very bright. And because when you speak, the things that come out the countenance of your heart is the evidence of the access to higher realms of knowledge, the evidence of the empathy, love, and compassion in how you deal with situations and the things that you embody is evidence of that. And that's why they listen to you so that they can mimic empathy and compassion because it doesn't come naturally to them. And that's why you have several low vibrational women that are like Pharisees that have been put on pedestals and have been propped up in organizations and churches and places that really don't have the gift. And that's who want you to disappear. Because when you're around, you don't need anything fancy. You don't need to be in a fancy church. You don't need a fancy platform. All you have to do is be yourself. But the things that you say, more people are drawn to you than them. And it's giving the scenario of the Pharisees and Jesus. Jesus didn't need no fancy horse. All he needed was a donkey. And he didn't need no fancy clothing either. He was like, I will walk barefoot and sit on a rock on the beach and give a free lecture. I'll sit, you don't have to give me nothing. Matter of fact, I'm going to feed you. And it was because of his wisdom and wittiness and his knowledge, it felt just like fresh water. For me, I remember listening to a lot of different lecturers giving me information that I've never heard before. It excited and it would awaken things inside of me to be able to listen to them. It was like fresh water. It was like fresh water, and you're dying of thirst because you're hearing things you haven't heard before. And that's what it would be like for the one that, they renamed Jesus and Siddhartha. And whoever you are, when you talk and the things you say and the empathy and compassion you embody is like fresh water. And these are women that look to you for inspiration, and they look to you for how to mimic a divine feminine. And now that they've learned you a little bit and they've gotten to copy you, they want you gone. If you can disappear, they think, oh, we got the hang of it now. I think we can take it from here. Okay? Give me one final card. It's too much of a burden to get rid of you, though. They can't get rid of you, the Ten of Wands reverse, because you're not going nowhere. Okay, so that is the end of this reading. I am going to go ahead and do this prayer since I was not able to do it on Friday. And I was instructed and guided to do a specific prayer today. So I'm going to do the one I was instructed to do. This is the prayer for generational curses. So this is the prayer for people that are dealing with generational curses in their family, cycles that people are stuck in of low self-esteem, of emotional codependence, of addictions and attachments to old ideologies, toxic ways of thinking, drugs, alcohol, all kind of things. You can have addiction to sex, lack of sexual control over your sexual energy, addictions due to childhood abuse of all kinds. Okay. I show gratitude right now for my collective of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude right now for favor and for protection. I show gratitude for the Most High God, Yeshua, Christ Jehovah. I show gratitude right now for my ancestors of the highest vibration of love that came before me. I show gratitude right now for my ancestors, my guides, and my angels. I show gratitude right now for Earth, Wind, and Fire, both the group and the elements. I show gratitude right now again for favor and for protection. I show gratitude for my collective of the highest vibration of love, for favor, for protection, and for complete restoration to our body, mind, and spirit. I show gratitude to each and every one of the planets that God put in place with unique energy to manifest and help to get our manifestations and our wishes granted. Oh, Holy One, the Sun, who sits at the head of Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the Moon, Mercury, Venus. Right now, I show gratitude for the gift of life, Ababa, erase the karma of my past life and present. I thank you for your mighty hand upon my life and purpose, and protection from the evil eyes of evil souls. Right now, I humbly request for pardons of all of my transgressions and shortcomings. Let divine mercy speak for me right now. I come to you for deliverance from every ancestral and generational curse right now. Hear my voice today and deliver me in the mighty name of Yeshua, in the mighty name of Jehovah, in the mighty name of Jesus, the Most High God. I thank you for deliverance from every form of bondage of ancestral and generational curses. By your mercy, erase every one of my sins and the sins of my ancestors that have led to these generational curses. As I engage in this prayer to break ancestral and generational curses at work in my life right now, I cover myself with a sacred seal of protection. Right now, I cast a circle of fire of my Kundalini violet flame from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet on every plane in earth and in heaven, to protect me, to encircle me, to ward off, dispel, and repel every enchantment of witchcraft being sent off and pit toward me right now. I command you to burn up, be severed by the fire, and burst into flames and scatter. In the name of Jesus. Right now, Abatachin Hoy, Besamai Mitanon, Samei Kadis, Mangista Timta, Fakadit, Besamai, in the Hornets, in the Hu, Bamadar, to whom? Yalet and Jera Chinin Susanzade, Badella Chinanim, Yeker, Berlin, Inya, Yabadalun, and Yeker, and Damino. What if Fatanam, Atta, Van, Kakafu, Adeninji, Mangis, Yantanatana, Highland, Mizganam, Level Alamu, Amen. Boxum, Boxum, Memphis, Kadusum, and I'm locked, Amen. Boxum, Boxum, Memphis, Kadusum, and I'm locked, Amen. Boxum, Boxum, Memphis, Kadusum, and I'm locked, Amen. I am. Right now, I command, I decree and declare. I release myself from every and any inherited bond and generational curse on my bloodline. Right now, I take an axe to every evil plantation in my life as a result of ancestral curses. Let the fire of the Holy Spirit Cleanse and flush out of my system right now every satanic deposit in me as a result of generational curses. Right now, I release myself from the grip of any problem that was transferred into my life from my mother's womb. Let the Kundalini fire of the Holy Spirit cleanse and unblock every chakra and cleanse from every organ in my body in the name of Christ, Jehovah, Yeshua, the Most High God. Right now, I break and loose myself from every form of demonic bewitchment. Right now, I release myself from every evil domination and control. Let every gate open to the enemy by my foundation. Right now, let it be slammed and sealed shut forever. Right now, I cleanse myself from every inherited curse. I break every foundational or generational curse at work in my life in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jehovah, the Most High God. Right now, I command every evil blood covenant at work in my life to be canceled. Catch fire, burn to ashes and scatter. Right now, by that Kundalini, by the flame of my holy fire, which is my Holy Spirit, that I invoke right now with my holy words. Kadoos, kadoos, kadoos. Holy, holy, holy. I break every ancestral curse on my family, dismantle and scatter by fire right now. Let every generational man of the graveyard contracted to provide and protect for us in exchange for our glory, let him be nullified by the power of the Holy Spirit. Let every strong man or woman of the family set to cut short my glory, let them be cast into the fire right now, along with their intentions, and be destroyed forever. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jehovah. Right now, I cancel every generational curse in my family of early death. Right now, I cancel every generational curse in my family of early death. Right now, I cancel every generational curse in my family of early death. In my family, by the word and the authority of the Most High God, Yeshua. I cancel every covenant in my family that the first sons and the first daughters of my family are and have been initiated into. I disengage myself from every initiation of the blood of darkness entered into by my ancestors by the fire of the Holy Spirit. Bring me out of every generational cage where I have been kept. Release me from every ancestral and generational curse that has kept me in my glory. Let every ancestral and generational curse of stagnation and limitation at work in my life break right now and dismantle by holy fire. By the authority of the Most High God, Yeshua. Right now, I command every serpent brought by my ancestors and is now a curse to us to be destroyed by fire. I break the hold of any python at work in my life in the mighty name of Yeshua. I command every python still swallowing my glory, die and release my blessings and financial abundance right now in the mighty name of Yeshua, the Most High God. Right now, I cancel every scene in my house, praying on the blood of the innocent in my house. I break the curse of every snake rearing its head against any member of my family in the name of Yeshua. I break the stronghold of every foundational strong man at work in my life and family. Catch fire right now. Break every ancestral and generational curse that has held us down in my family and allow peace and freedom to abide. I break every generational curse of glory in our family lineage to be broken in the name of Yeshua. All these ancestral and generational curses are now broken. Psalm 24:9 states, lift up your heads, all ye gates, be lifted, you ancient doors, so that the King of glory may come in. Every ancient door in my family, by the fire of the Kundalini violet flame of my Holy Spirit, that right now I invoke with my holy words, I decree and declare, and I command that you be lifted away from me and my family, so the King of glory may come into my family. Ancient gate of poverty, I command you to break. Ancient gate of polygamy, low vibrational, financially and sexually abusive polygamy, break. Ancient gate of premature death in my family, break. Ancient gate of backwardness in my family, I command you to break right now. Ancient gate of low self-esteem in my family, break. Ancient gate of promiscuity due to sexual abuse in my family, I command you to break right now. Ancient gate of sodomy in my family and sexual abuse, I command you to break. Ancient gate of incest, break! Ancient gate of narcissistic abuse in my family, I command you to break. Ancient gate of violence in my family, break. Ancient gate of emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse in my family, I command you to break right now. Ancient gate of molestation in my family, I command you to break right now. Ancient gate of narcissism in my family, I command you to break. Ancient gate of stupidity in my family, I command you to break right now. Stupidity in my family. Ancient gate of stupidity in my family, I command you to break. I command every ancient gate in my family to break right now and be lifted away from our lives forever in the mighty name of Yeshua, the Most High God. Ashe. I decree and declare the sun will not smite me by day nor the moon by night. Right now, I take authority over every witchcraft attack being sent to me by sun and by moon. Let it burst into flames and scatter. Fall to the ground right now. Burn to ashes. I shall prosper and be in good health. Every pre-witchcraft attack, let it be cut off and diminished by fire. Every witchcraft attack going on in my life right now and in this environment right now, let its power be banished and destroyed by Christ's authority. I cancel every dark evil projection into my life and environment right now. Let every force of darkness get and flee from my life, my collective, my home and environment right now. In the mighty name of Christ Jehovah, I command it. I am abracadabra. Cast fire in the name of Christ Jehovah, Yahweh, Yeshua. Witchcraft powers sponsoring repeated problems and attacks, you shall not come to pass, neither shall you stand. Catch fire right now. Every waster assigned to waste my life and time, catch fire and scatter right now. Every projection of witchcraft over my health and energy, scatter right now by fire. Right now I command peace, strength, and tranquility throughout this day. I command it. By the light of the eternal flame, I release all ties that bring me pain. From hex, from bind, from spell and chain, I reclaim my power whole and sane. Through ancestral lines I now ascend. All wounds and shadows I transcend. No force can hold, no bind can stay. I walk in light, I clear my way. With sovereign will my soul is free. It's protected by divine decree. By earth, by fire, by air, by sea, I am whole, I am pure, I am free. May the blessings be, so shall it be. Mote it be, Ashe. I now close all portals and sever all energetic cords that no longer serve me, and fully reclaim my divine power, sovereignty, and light. May the blessings be, so shall it be. Mote it be, Ashe. I miss y'all so much, collective. I love these fire prayers. They are everything. And they are the reason that I am alive today. I promise you. They are the reason that I'm still in my right mind and I'm not sick, and I am the picture of good health, vitality, and energy. Youthful energy at that. Because of these prayers. Because we speak over our lives while these witches, warlocks, and low vibrational unhealed people try to speak and enforce their will and what they want to project over our lives. We speak against it and we counter it. And how we counter it is by using our throat chakra, the Visuddha, the ether. The element of the throat chakra is the ether because it carries the vibration of the words and made action by the vibration of the different planets, and it manifested on the spiritual realm so that it can be mirrored onto the physical. I love you. I am QUAN, and this is Love of the Highest Vibration. I'll be back.